YouTube Mandy Hops here. So we're gonna get real with it on this one, fam. I just spent like 2 hours in Ollie with the homeless chick, but it's so much more than that. I did buy a bottle. I know I'm supposed to be getting sober. It's my Friday, so I gave her half of this, so I probably had 2 shots. And I'm about to take a shot and then tell you about a little story, a little ditty. So I was originally going sober for plasma, and then I'm still gonna go sober. I'm gonna go sober the next 2 days, but I decided to indulge. But let me tell you about my story tonight. It was very salute. So, dude, I've had my ass thrown to me in Vegas. All right. And I only have like 9 minutes on this video because that's what I have on my video. So we're going to talk about it. I have the best interactions, the most life-changing interactions with homeless people. But I don't always videotape it because I don't want to make it cliche and I don't want to make them uncomfortable. I met this homeless lady named Susan. People treat her really bad, and you could tell she used to be gorgeous. And the reason she stands out from afar is like she's always cleaning up other people's trash. Like, not because she's like tweaked out, like she's just polite. And she doesn't want to ask for anything, and she's thankful to get this much water, and she'll be out there on a 120 degree day. You guys, it's in 120 degrees. It's like the new thing. And the thing about me is I'm always a stone's throw away from them, and they only want to like tell you so much at a time, and I don't like to push them. Because they're like, why are you asking so, like, but eventually they get to know. And I showed her the pictures of me in the tunnels, and she had a good laugh, and I said, do you want a shot? And she goes, yeah. But she didn't want to get, and she really didn't even want the shot. She didn't want to get in my car. So she's like, meet me down there. So I was like, okay. And then I saw her walking. I didn't know she was actually obeying the crosswalks. Like, I thought, oh, I scared this little homeless lady. She thinks I'm like a creep. But then she came down, and then I didn't know I had it in me. You know how, like, sometimes you just want to pour your heart out to somebody and you don't have anybody? And I just started bawling. Not because I was drunk or fucked up, but I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, I didn't want you to think of it. And she's like, no. And she's like, dude, you're smart, you're college educated, and you have these cards. She's like, you're in the right time. She's like, don't let it discourage you. And you're good. And she's from California, and she went through a divorce like 10 years ago. And she's like, dude, the freedom is I have no bills. I can do what I want. And as much as it sucks being poor, the one magical thing is they don't owe anybody anything. They can do what they want. What are you going to do? Lock them up, give them free 3 meals? And I admire their moxie. And a lot of these people are super intelligent people, or like veterans, or like, dude, I super get involved with their life. A lot of people call me the bum whisperer, but a lot of people just think like I'm some Hoosier that hangs out with fucking bums, and I don't give a fuck what you say. And I spent 2 hours sitting down in an alley with this lady, and it was like the best 2 hours of my life. And she did way more justice upon me than I ever did upon her. And she always tips me, and like I made a joke, like, when the bums tip you, like, is that a sound? Like, they tip me. Like, should I feel bad? Like, they feel bad for me. And I say bums in a loving sense, because if anybody loves the homeless, it's me. And we're all a stone's throw away, and she's from Cali, and she's just like, dude, I'm free to be like out of this fucking treacherous relationship, and I don't owe anything. And like, every homeless person I met, like, they don't owe a credit card bill or anything, and there is a blessing to that. There's also a blessing to having credit, and I'm like wavering the tear line, and like, but when I sit in the streets with these people for 2 hours, they see me, and I see them, and like, I sat out there with her for 2 hours, and then finally she just kind of got up and started walking. I was like, okay, I'll talk to you later because you got money for a soda. I said, no, but I can get you a soda. I don't mind. And she's like, no, save it for your gas. And we all take care of each other. I'd do anything I could for her. She'd do anything she could for me. We had a couple shots together. She weighs 90 pounds soaking wet. She's a good girl. She's smart. She's from California. And like, she's in her 50s and she could pass her 40s even being homeless. And the one thing that struck me about her, she always like picked up other people's trash, and she's super nice, and I really like her, like as a person, and I can read good people. Like I would say out of 1,000, there's like 2 bad homeless people like I've come across that like I wouldn't want to fuck with, that I wouldn't participate in the helpingness of them. And even then I'd feel bad if I didn't, but like she's definitely not one of them. And I started bawling, and then I was like, you want a shot? And she's like, I'll meet you over there. I just started bawling because like sometimes you just like hit rock bottom, dude. And like I was sad, and I was like, I'm not a creep, like, because there's so many creeps and stuff, and it looks creepy. And she's like, I know you're not. And she actually didn't jaywalk. I jaywalked. So, like, I was like, oh, I freaked her out. And I started walking by, and then she came down to me, and then I parked my car, and we sat outside the car, and we rapped for a while, and then she went her way, and I went my way. And I feel like we've, like, forever bonded, but I don't think people understand what all, like, Las Vegas entails, and getting over drugs and that. Like, we didn't do any drugs. Like, I had a little alcohol, and like, dude, it's hard out here. It's hard. And my best friends are street people, and they're actually super intelligent. There's a reason why they got here, and they will like talk you through it. And we sat here and we laughed and we had fun, and like, it was probably the most fun I had with like anybody in a long time, sitting in an alley behind a car wash. That's just me. Fault me for that. But anyway, I love you guys, and I plan on spending the next 2 days sober because I'm off, and then I literally apply for like 10 jobs a day. I'm gonna apply for more, and I'm not mad at it. I think the soul needs that, and like people in the universe need to like meet up like that. So I love you guys. Shout out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces. Prayers for Sharon and everybody in Las Vegas. It's fucking 120 degrees out here, record breaking heights, and thank you guys for the love. Deuces.